Morning breaks, and the little bakery awakens. Timmy and his loyal dog prepare for a day full of warmth and joy. Every bread roll is placed with care, every moment filled with playful rhythm. This is not just a stall, it's a tiny stage of happiness and magic. The soft afternoon breeze whispers through the trees, while the scent of warm, freshly baked bread lingers. Before opening the stall, Timmy polishes each small tray until the pastries shine beneath the soft afternoon light. Then, young Timmy diligently prepares his tiny stall, ensuring every golden pastry is placed just right. He arranges the sweet rolls in neat rows, believing that a tidy counter will help him sound more confident. He practices his professional stance, eager to welcome his first customer with a very formal greeting. Bap watches every movement closely, tilting his head as if he has also studied the rules of selling bread. Standing tall, Timmy opens his mouth, ready to deliver his best professional lines to the neighborhood. But before he can start, Bap joins in with a rhythmic bark, surprising the young shopkeeper. The little dog places one paw near the basket, proudly claiming the role of assistant before anyone can stop him. Looking at his furry friend with wide eyes, Timmy tries to regain his composure once again. Timmy whispers his greeting one more time, trying to keep his voice steady while the stall begins to feel real. Soon enough, a friendly customer arrives, drawn by the delicious aroma wafting through the afternoon air. In the midst of the quiet, he straightens his shirt, determined to provide a professional service today. At this moment, he takes a deep breath, preparing to welcome Anna with his most polite, rehearsed words. The first bark lands exactly between Timmy's words, almost like a cheerful drumbeat joining the announcement. Attentive to the variety, she waits for the young shopkeeper to tell her about the daily specials. Suddenly, a series of rhythmic barks follows his hand gestures, creating an unexpected and quite funny performance. Anna laughs gently, not at Timmy, but at the strange teamwork blooming between the boy and his loyal dog. Delighted by the duo, she finds the interaction quite refreshing compared to any typical shop experience. Slowly, he tries to gesture that he is the main salesperson, but Bap keeps stealing the spotlight. Her smile gives him courage, and he continues describing the pastries even while Bap adds tiny barks of approval. Slowly, the little dog continues his rhythmic performance, making the whole scene even more endearing. And then, another neighbor arrives, curiosity piqued by the sound of barks near the bread stall. Together, they watch the funny synchronized pair, waiting for their chance to buy some delicious bread. Soon, the simple bread stall feels less like a serious business and more like a bright little street performance. Meanwhile, Timmy tries to explain the ingredients, but the dog seems to finish every sentence. And then, the customers laugh out loud, thinking it is the most delightful canine translation service ever. The buttery scent of crust and sugar draws another passerby closer, making Timmy stand even straighter behind the counter. By the porch, Timmy wipes his brow, realizing that working with Bap is harder than he thought. In the gentle breeze, he packs the chosen pastries with care, trying his best to remain professional. Kiana leaves. Bap gives one final polite bark, as if saying goodbye to his new customer. Every time he points to a bun, Bap barks once, as if naming the flavor in his own playful language. Finally, he lets out a quiet sigh of relief, thinking that he actually did a decent job. A moment later, everything is quiet again, as they both wait for the next person to visit. Meanwhile, he notices the sign is still tilted and decides he will fix it later. The customers begin guessing what each bark means, turning the purchase into a small game of laughter and surprise. After that, he checks the remaining stock, ensuring everything is ready for the upcoming rush. As the sunlight begins to lean, Bap lets out a loud bark that seems to agree with the pricing. At this moment, she finds the dog's participation absolutely charming, laughing softly at the funny interaction. Timmy realizes that the dog is not ruining the sale. He is making the stall unforgettable to everyone nearby. After a simple lunch, he carefully wraps the bun, happy to have made another successful sale. As the afternoon settles softly, She walks away with a smile, grateful for the tasty treat today. And then, he stands there for a moment, feeling proud of his little bakery business performance. With this thought, his nervousness loosens, and his professional smile becomes warmer, easier, and much more natural. A moment later, the dog curls up, resting peacefully under the warm afternoon sun for a while. Meanwhile, the quiet atmosphere brings a sense of calm to the small wooden pastry stall. Gradually, he decides to fix the hanging sign, making it look professional as he had planned. He carefully places the pastries into paper bags, folding each edge neatly the way he practiced the night before. After that, he cleans the counter, removing every crumb to ensure everything stays clean and inviting. At this moment, Bap stretches his legs, feeling refreshed and ready to help his friend once again. Meanwhile, they stand together, waiting for the next happy customer to pass by today. Bap sits proudly beside him, guarding the basket as if every golden roll were a treasure of the neighborhood. By the porch, the rhythmic barking continues, acting like a musical accompaniment to the bread sale. As the afternoon passes, the customer leaves with a bag of bread, still chuckling at the dog. And then, Timmy realizes that having Bap as an assistant is actually quite the special experience. More neighbors slow their steps when they hear the rhythmic barking drifting across the peaceful afternoon lane. Finally, the little dog waits for his reward, for all the hard work he has done. At this moment, Timmy shares a small piece of the fresh bread, happy to treat his loyal companion. In the peaceful quiet, they enjoy a quiet moment together, content with the day's successful business activities. Timmy starts to time his gestures with Bap's bark, creating a funny routine that makes the stall feel lively. After that, he checks the inventory again, thinking about closing the shop as evening approaches soon. Meanwhile, Bap wags his tail and barks, as if he understands that they are returning customers. As the afternoon slowly passes, she buys extra pastries, happy to support the cute and hard-working young boy. When the crowd thins, he takes a careful count of the remaining pastries and softly praises his assistant. And then, he bows his head, showing his sincere gratitude for the continuous support of neighbors. As the evening light slowly falls, the path begins to empty as the last customers head home. After that, he tidies up the stall, collecting the empty baskets for the end of the day. Timmy laughs and promises him a reward after closing, because every hardworking assistant deserves a fair payment. At this moment, even Bap helps by nudging a fallen cloth, showing that he is truly a great assistant. Meanwhile, the golden hour light bathes the entire stall in a warm and nostalgic glow. And then, he sits down, finally feeling the exhaustion of a busy and fun-filled afternoon shift. He wipes sticky crumbs from the counter, remembering each laugh that had passed through the little shop today. A moment later, Bap rests his head on Timmy's lap, both enjoying the quiet end of the day. Meanwhile, the young boy feels a sense of accomplishment, looking at his small, tidy stall. After that, he gives Bap a gentle pat, thankful for the friendship and the fun they shared. Even the hanging cloth seems to flutter like a small flag celebrating their first truly successful afternoon together. Gradually, the warm sunlight turns to a soft dusk, signaling the end of the day. After a simple lunch, they start to pack up, thinking about their warm, cozy home nearby. By the porch, Bap jumps up, ready to head back home after a very busy afternoon. Timmy stores the empty trays carefully, learning that responsibility includes the quiet work after the excitement ends. At that moment, he carefully takes down the sign, marking the official end of their shop time. A moment later, Bap waits patiently for Timmy, showing his loyalty and patience at the end. Meanwhile, he gathers all the leftover bags, making sure the stall is perfectly cleared. Bap follows each step, sometimes helping, sometimes making things slower, but always keeping the evening cheerful. Gradually, the excitement builds as they prepare to return to their cozy home cottage. After that, he gives a small smile, satisfied that he did his best to be professional. At this moment, the dog barks in a friendly tone, urging Timmy to hurry back home soon. Meanwhile, he checks the secure closure of his stall one last time before leaving. And then, they start their short journey back to their warm and inviting home cottage. A moment later, the path becomes quiet as the last of the sunlight starts to fade. After that, Bap trots happily, looking back to ensure Timmy is following him closely enough. At this moment, he walks slowly, enjoying the peaceful end to a very successful work afternoon. Meanwhile, he remembers the funny rhythmic barking and the laughter of the neighbors. And then, the happy dog greets his friend with a soft tail wag, acknowledging the day. A moment later, the light becomes very dim, casting a long, beautiful shadow over the path. After that, the small house appears in the distance, promising a warm, quiet evening ahead. At this moment, he takes a deep, appreciative look at his shop before they head inside. Meanwhile, he pulls the wooden cover, fully closing the little pastry stall for tonight. And then, the dog gives one last, soft bark, signaling that the workday is truly over. A moment later, they walk back home, feeling completely satisfied with their simple, happy work. After that, the loyal dog walks right next to Timmy, feeling proud of his service today. At this moment, the road home feels much shorter after such a productive and fun afternoon shift. Meanwhile, the sight of their cozy home brings a smile to the young boy's face. And then, the dog speeds up, excited to rest after a busy, rhythmic afternoon of helping. A moment later, Timmy runs along behind his friend, enjoying the cool evening air together. After that, they reach their front door, ready for a long, well-deserved rest at home. At this moment, the door opens with a warm creak, inviting them into their cozy living space. Meanwhile, they both step inside, safe and comfortable after a long day of working. Finally, the stars twinkle above as the cozy little cottage finds peace in the night.